We're getting close. We have one more video after this of me showing how I did QA, and I will work through deployment. I will work on that and then show how I got it done, and that should work well. This video is a few steps forward and a few steps back, but we end off pretty good. But that's it. Let's see how this goes. Hang in there as we build out search really easily. Things go really well, and then towards the end things start falling apart. I don't know what it is, but anyways, and that's it. We're close. Next week, I think I've said this a few times now, next week could be the one that, with the deployments working and the QA really solid, we can release this and then keep working on it without messing up production. All right, enjoy. All right, so let's go at this. Maybe last one and then we release, or maybe last one and then I go into how do I move this to production. I have some really good ideas I've been testing out with Supabase's docs, so I think we're going to be able to go to production in a reliable way. So let's see what we got on the list. We have, let's see, search jobs. Okay, fine. That should be easy for Lovable. And we have some other little bugs like post browse jobs, or my jobs had everybody's jobs. All right, so let's look. We have this. We just want to search something simple. We can make, so we don't, listen, like iterating is key. So we're going to release this and keep fixing and making it better. Not even fixing, adding to it. There'll be a search, but that search won't have tags. Then there'll be tags. If you look at OpenAI, they released their site without a history, without a side nav, like things were missing. And you're like, where are these things? I can't even rename my chat. And they did a good job of iterating. That's what I want to emphasize here is I'm going to iterate. I'm just going to keep going at this day in and day out. Okay, so let's do the search. Let's see, I don't know. The home page is useless now, but all right, list processes. I might as well use some time to point out some things. Basically, the form is ready. Again, join now, $5 a month discount as we build up the content and the patterns in the community. Later, it'll be $10 a month. But I chose a forum discourse over Discord because I want a place where the knowledge stays and we can build it up and keep evolving with these things that are going on, so that when you're looking for something about RAG, it's there. When you're looking about how to deploy, it's there. And it doesn't get lost in the whole Discord flow. So Discourse is a pretty well-known forum system that we'll be using to basically lean on as it helps us to create the community. $5 a month, you'll be a part of it. You'll get in at the start. That will be your cost as long as you're there. So yeah, give it a go. Come here, just click this button. You'll get a link to then sign up after you subscribe. All right. Wow, it's actually working fast today. Okay. And then we'll say 3. Awesome. Nothing amazing when we get up to 100 jobs. We're going to need better pagination. We're going to need, but let's just wait. Let's get 50 jobs and have speed issues and have it fixed. I'd rather get it out there, get feedback, see what matters. Perfect. Okay, so now I think let's replace the home button. Okay, let's do that. I'll go over our to-do list. So search jobs is good enough. When a job is accepted. So we have this problem here that there's no way to communicate with the person of the job you accepted. So let's go back to here, and I think, no, it'd be here. So let me go to my browser here because I pop it out. You sometimes get a little bit better results when you pop it into a new tab because it's not reloading as much. So this is just this button right here. And when I'm in here, I post jobs. Let's see, my jobs. And this one's taken, so I accepted someone's bid, but I have no way of contacting this person. So I got to ask details. Okay. Let's see. I've updated the navigation system. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, cool. Took a moment to refresh. It must be because I moved away. Okay, so we're looking good there, but let's go fix that little nuance. So I'm going to go to my jobs, taken. This is nice. It's wrong, but I'm not going to worry right now. It's clearly this guy. Let's do something first. I want to make sure nothing's been done since last time. So I'm going to go to post a job. We'll call it test 004 because I think, and if you think about it, that's not many. So I'm not too bummed out about the lack of speed here. So this job is going to be, let's see, my jobs, test 004. Oops, sorry. Change status, set to available. Okay, so then when I go here and browse jobs, we're going to see that one. and we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna QA really quick to see if it added that particular feature for showing the person's information. And now remember, people are getting, what's the word? Notices. So today's the 11th, so we have notices coming this whole time. This is, if you can lean on Supabase, you have a powerful pattern here of lovable, Supabase, events, N8N. You don't have to send anything to N8N. I'm gonna move a lot of this around to just be Supabase talking to N8N. So it's gonna even get a lot more simplified. Okay, so now if we go to here, let's go to My Jobs, this one. I'll accept this one and do that. Okay. Okay, so I still can't see the person, so now I'm gonna do something. And this could be a big break moment like it's happened before where things break, not like breaking a good deal. So I'm gonna take another screenshot and then I'm gonna say something. So first, do they have rollbacks? Yeah, they do, okay. So I'm gonna say, okay, now, again, the person who made this is getting notified. The person who had this accepted is getting notified, but I want a simple email so normal, non-webhook driven people can use this site. Wow, it's moving fast today though. We're hoping. So it says it's there. I don't see it, but I've had that happen before. So let's click this button here. And then I'll go to my proposals, my jobs. Man, it really has having trouble there. The job owner. Let's see. So here's that moment. I don't know if I want to go take over the code or anything. I want to just push it a little further. I'm just going to dig in here to see if there's anything clearly messing this guy up. So something was lost. So this could be it. 400. See? That's the problem. Well, it's doing that. I'm going to go to Supabase, but I don't want to. I want to just see how far it can get. So let's find out. But we have a job proposal. And if we were to look, it's sorting. Okay, there it is, right up here. So our user email is right on the table. Ah, jeez. Now, like it did this. I did not do this. I don't think I did this. That's why I'm trying to stay out of this. So, like, Lovable's amazing, and they'll keep getting better, and this is the worst it's going to be. And with the MCP, and if they stay focused on Supabase, they have a crazy possibility here of bringing it all together. Their most brilliant move was to use Supabase. Okay, it says it did it. Let's go back to here. I reload, no big deal. I'm not too worried about that error we get. So we go to My Jobs. But that's okay, it worked. It worked. Not my most favorite thing, but it's fine. And great. I don't know why it does anonymous user. I don't want that. I'm going to do two things here, and then we're done with this. So I'm going to say, hey, great, and then you had an error. Okay. All right, now we're done with that, unless it really breaks it. Great. So let's do that. This will be part of my QA. I'm going to make sure the subscriptions are really working. I don't understand how Lovable does it, but they do it, and I know they can do it, so I just gotta see. The deployment pattern is the big deal. This one will come up online, offline. I'm gonna put some things in place, and then I'll show it online. I don't know what that was. This guy's fine. It can go away. Encrypt token, I want to come back to docs, make sure structure, yep. That's a duplicate validation. So this is important. I'm gonna move this up the stack just so we don't get some weird spam moment. People signing up for this service most likely won't spam it, but just in case. And then I'll go through a lot of testing. That's all good. That's the bug. Okay. The only one I'll do right now is this one, and maybe this one if we keep going at a good rate like this. All right, so add a clipboard icon, nice. And it doesn't really matter. I can go here and look. So My Jobs, my jobs. And then there, looks good. And whatever, good enough. All right, cool. Great work. All right. So let's see. When I click on my jobs in my proposals, my jobs. Now, when I click on that in Firefox for this other user who's the person who's like trying to get the jobs, it shows everything. So we're so close there. That should be easy. Great work. In my proposals. Does this help? I don't know. Be careful with everybody saying these are the patterns that work. Just try different things, but don't get too stuck on a pattern or a thing that's supposedly the best way to prompt. Get used to prompting. Try things. Speaking of trying things, the mugs are here. They're nice. I wouldn't buy the shirts. I gotta fix them. And there'll be another shirt soon. Just fun stuff. Let's see. I've updated my job script. Cool. Let's see if that worked. And then I could test that one here more easily. My jobs. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Wow, we're finally... Good day today. Oops, not this one. This one. Okay, great. Now, this is going to be an easy one, but a hard one. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new job proposal while it's doing its thing. Okay. Well, it's doing that. I'm going to make a note that this has to also happen in the API. Now, if we look, it's doing that. I'm going to go make a new job posting. New job. All right, we are going to set as available. So let's go get those jobs. And I think I make sure I'm the right person. Yeah, I got to make sure. So let's go to here. And let's go to my profile and update token, copy, and then here. Where is the authorization bearer? Oh, we did API key. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why I did it that way. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't know why I did it that way. Oh, this is when I did that. Okay, let's go back to Supabase. So we're having a problem here, and I'll make this part of the fix when I do deployments. I thought I did, but we'll just come back around to it. This isn't so much AI as more it's about me just learning how to do this stuff. So I think we're gonna see the JWT is on, and it shouldn't be. And I'm gonna make a note of that so I remember as well where it is. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Postman, and I think missing this one. Oops, sorry. So I don't know why it did it this way, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Invalid API key. So let's see. I know it's the right key, but let's just double check. Okay. So we had a little bit of a regression there. That's a bummer. And I know API jobs. Let's see. 401. So then the question starts to become for me, like, when do I use N8N to build the API? And when do I leave these functions to do it? And I'm really excited about these functions, but then I lose some control or ease that I'm enjoying too. So it's an interesting thing I got to figure out. We might switch to N8N for the API. We'll think about it. I'm going to come back and troubleshoot that one. But basically, let's see. I shouldn't be able to do two proposals in the UI, and then we'll come back and do the API after. Let's see, validation. Okay. So if we go to here, and I go to browse jobs, and it's available. Okay. Submit, and then we'll browse jobs. It shouldn't even let me do this, but we'll see. Oops. All right. Okay, so that didn't work. I added validation to prevent users from submitting multiple proposals for the same job. Did not work though. I'm going to reload. Go to here, and we can clearly even do 3. Oh, let me check out the console log and the network, just out of curiosity. 400, which it worked. Maybe it wasn't reloaded. All right, cool. Let's try that again. Let's assume it wasn't reloaded. We'll give it a human error moment. new job, test validation. So we're gonna just reply in an hour. Okay, fine. I didn't like that. So one more time. Test validation. Let's see. Test validation 06. I'm going to try and get a screenshot of that for the AI. So I'm going to make this live. And then I'm going to make this my browse jobs. And I'm going to do this. So I'm going to try and do a screenshot really quick. So I think it's 3. Okay. One moment. Okay, so it actually works, but I can see the timing issue of how the UI works. This is a great program, by the way. This is a CleanShot, really great Mac app for doing screenshots and editing them, which I think might be important for this kind of era we're in. So I'm going to crop this guy. And unlike preview, you can just do more, and you can, if you make a bad edit, you can go fix it after. Okay, so let's see. I want to crop, and I want to come back in and say, and does the AI understand me? I don't know. So, I don't know. I'm always amazed at what it can do, so I just don't want to assume it will understand that. So let's go back. Let's see if it can understand that. If it can, it just reminds me how amazing this is. All right, and then we are done. I got to go into heavy testing mode, QA mode, one more validation, and then make sure payments are really doing the thing. And I'll do this all with Sandbox, Stripe. After I do QA, I'll try and show that off in a way that's not completely boring, and then I'll share a strategy for it. All right. QA is hard. We will automate this someday soon. I have ideas. I'm sure someone will do it before me. Boom, boom. All right, so we're gonna save this, and then we're gonna go over here and do this. Okay, let's see what happens. Here's the moment. Nothing. Maybe I didn't reload. Jeez. So I have another user. I'm going to come in as them. At least we know Auth is working, which again, Supabase components for the win there. This guy, oh, did I not open the other browser? One moment. Yeah, private browser. There's no way to authenticate. All right. Jeez, I'm Germany. Sometimes you got to wonder. And I removed the home page. That's why you got to check. All right, it's cool we can see the stuff, but I'm not sure if I want that. And I messed up by removing the home page. While we wait for the build, just to remind people, Supabase released these components, but these aren't just about looks. They're about, like, plug this in and it works. Authentication, real-time cursors, which might seem, how do I use that? But when you start having your site react to real-time events in the back end, say N8N is processing a PDF and 20 pages in, the user's just sitting there waiting. Now it could just start showing the pages on the page so the user can see things happening. File upload. Most applications I'm building right now for AI, it's about file uploads. This just works. So just keep this in mind as you're building, that you can drive the AI easily. Now, Lovable doesn't use that, or they might, I don't know. But maybe you can, I don't know. It's a tricky one. If you're using Lovable, I guess let it do its thing. But it is interesting. All right, it says it did it. And this is my private browser. And where we go? Okay, cool. So we'll go, this is it, 05. Nice. All right, it worked. All right, so this person should get that proper sense of things. So let me take that. Oh, let's do that again. This person will see this error. That's fine. I don't know why it did that, because it also added that. Remove this one bug. All right. So then when I submit this, I will do that. Okay, good enough. It still doesn't work. I don't know. I could go fix it. It doesn't even show it now. Oh my gosh. What do we got? or overtime. So one step back, a few steps ahead. Okay, auth for new user. It did it. Awesome. Remove one bug. All right, so I'm going to go fix this offline later in this, and then I'm going to check this in the API. If anything comes out of it that's interesting, I'll share it. And I might move to N8N. I don't know. I might, because I like this, but I could have been done with it by now, and I might do that. Okay, but then we have to introduce complexity into the front end, because then it has to have a bearer token process and everything. Let's think about it after I have breakfast and more coffee. But okay, I keep saying this, but I think two more. We definitely have one deployment process coming up, and then this. All right, if you made it this far, thank you.